Before the ball is bowled, Green sets up with an open stance around leg stump. As the bowler is in their delivery stride, he has a small movement back and across from the back foot onto the line of middle and leg. The ball pitches and he plants the front foot down the line of middle as he shapes the drive. Once again, we can see that Green is not quite to the pitch of the ball and instead plays the ball on the up using his long reach to push out to the delivery. Here, as he makes contact, he has his head over the ball. The bat face closes to the mid-on region due to the fact that the ball angled back in. He has a stiff front foot because the ball nips back and he needs to account for the movement and allow for the bat to come through and avoid playing across the line. Green extends his arms through and balances off the front foot. Another dominant shot that Green has in his repertoire is the pull shot. Utilising his height and reach, he's able to powerfully pull the ball. He initially sets up with an open stance around middle and leg. He has a small trigger from the back foot onto middle. As the ball pitches short, he presses onto the front foot. He has the bat in a high position to pull the ball, and he begins to bend and slightly collapse from the back knee. This will open up the hip to allow for the downswing of the bat. We can see at the point of contact how the hip opens up, and the extension of his long levers come through. In this next example, we will further highlight Green's ability to switch gears and attack the fast bowlers, utilising his power. Before the ball is bowled, Green sets up with an open stance around leg stump. Just before the ball is released, he makes a premeditated movement by planting the front foot across and down the pitch on the line of middle and leg. As the ball is released, he begins to move the back foot outside leg as the intention here is to dance down the pitch. The back foot skips out to leg and the front foot follows as he sets his base position. The bowler follows him to cramp him for room, but Green clears the back leg further to create space for his long levers and powerful bat swing to come through. Amazingly, he muscles the ball away while balancing off one foot. In this second example, we once again see the familiar open stance around leg stump. This time, Green in his premeditation has a movement back and across from the back foot onto the line of middle and off. As the ball is released, he steps the front foot slightly around leg stump. Just as the ball is about to pitch, the front foot clears out further as he sets his power base position. We can see at this stage he has a solid bend of the knees and a strong power base. He slightly bends and collapses the back knee, which allows for the opening of the hip. This clears the path for the downswing of the bat to come through. Leaning the weight back, his natural power and long levers come through as he smashes the ball. Cam Green is a positive and aggressive player of spin. In this first example, he sets up with an open stance around leg stump with the front foot outside leg. Just as the ball is released, he begins to move the front foot across. As the ball is in flight, he uses his big stride to plant his front foot across the stumps. He then skips in the air with the feet off the ground. The back foot lands down the line of middle, and the front foot follows as he covers the line of the ball, advancing down the pitch. He balances the weight on the front foot, and he has to whip the ball to leg with his head over the offside as the ball turned. This shot highlights that Green has quick feet and uses his long strides to get down the pitch swiftly. It also shows his skills in adjusting to the turn and instincts to whip the ball. In this next example, we will see how Green uses his quick feet to adjust to the shorter length. Before the ball is bowled, he sets up with a slight open stance just outside leg. As the ball is released, he has a front foot press onto the line of middle and leg. He spots the line and length, moving the back foot onto middle and leg. From here, Green clears his front foot outside leg as he sets a power base position utilising a solid bend of the knees. He bends and slightly collapses the back knee, which opens up the hip and allows for the bat swing to come through. Green powerfully pulls the ball for 6. In this next example, Green sets up with a conventional stance just outside leg stump. As the ball is released, he begins to move the front foot across. What is interesting here is that there are no triggers or movements on the crease. In one simple movement, Green plants his front foot across his stumps and down the pitch. Here, he's using his long strides to get far out to the ball. He has his bat in a high position to sweep down on the delivery. Watching the ball and the line of the delivery, he sweeps down hard, executing a powerful sweep shot.